Why doesn't the Czech Republic use euro as its currency? Well, the short story is we don't want it, and also we kinda use it already. Hey, we're the Honest Guides from Prague, Czech Republic. We're travel guides, and today I will try to explain to you why our country has its own currency of Czech crown and does not use the euro. As we know, many Americans watch our channel, and many Americans also come to Czech Republic, and they're quite often confused. And they say, well, how come you guys are in European Union and don't use the euro? Well, those are two different things. European Union and also a Eurozone or Euro area, which are states that decided to use one currency. It started in the January of 1999, but euro back then was invisible. There were no bills or coins. 3 years later, on the 1st January of 2002, was when the bills and the coins were finally put into circulation. When it started in the beginning, 11 states from the European Union had the common currency of euro, so-called not the Eurozone as it's quite often referred to, but the euro area. As of today, it is 19 states that are members of the EU and also the members of the euro area. But, fun fact, there are actually 25 states that use the euro. How come? Well, many states use the euro currency even though they're not in European Union. And those are Monaco, San Marino, Vatican, and Andorra. Now you may say, well, those are tiny little states, tiny little almost cities, and of course they need the common currency, otherwise it would be a mess. But they do use it with the permission of the EU. But there are also two places in the world that use the euro without the EU permissions, and that would be Montenegro and Kosovo. But get this, you can even pay with the euro in some Caribbean places, for example in Guadeloupe, because it's part of France and it's part of EU. Before 2002, each country in Europe had its own currency. Austrians had the shilling, French had the franc, and Italians had the lira, and so on. So traveling was a pain in the, you know. I remember as a kid, we would be driving from Prague to Italy to the sea with my parents, and my dad would have different wallets for different currencies, and it just wasn't as smooth as it is today. Because today you can take a road trip from Lisbon, Portugal, all the way to Košice, Slovakia, and the entire time you will be in EU, in the euro area, and you will be able to pay with the euro, if you avoid the Czech Republic. Am I boring you? Well, apparently you're still here, so let me drop some fun facts about the euro notes. Each euro note has some sort of architectural type on it, and it goes from the oldest, with the €5 bill, to the newest, most modern architecture on the €500 bill. On the front of the bill, it's always the architecture type, and on the back, it's always a bridge. These designs were created by Robert Kalina, an Austrian designer, but keep in mind they're all made up. None of the bridges, none of the places actually exist, which is not true anymore. For all the geography nerds out there, if you want to see all the bridges that are on the euro bills, you can actually do that. You don't have to travel the entire Europe. You just have to go to Rotterdam. Because here, a designer called Robin Stam designed all the bridges across one of the channels to look like the bridges from the euro bills. I have that place pinpointed in Google Maps, and I really want to see it. And since we're already looking into what the euro bills look like, check out the fact that the previous version of the euro bills had the sign euro in Latin and also in Greek. But the new version also has it in Cyrillic, euro. Why is it so? Well, because in 2007, Bulgaria joined EU and they put the sign of euro on the bills in Cyrillic, even though Bulgaria is not yet in the euro area, so they don't yet use the euro, even though they will adopt it very soon. But hey, you click this video because you want to know why don't we use the euro? Well, we are in the European Union, and when we joined, 77% of all the citizens of Czech Republic were happy to join the EU. And back then they were also happy to adopt the euro because when you join the EU, you sort of agree to eventually use the euro as the currency. Well, as of today, 70% of people living in the Czech Republic are actually against the euro. And even though maybe me and Honza are for the euro, many people are against. You may be wondering why. Well, it's different political reasons. There's different contracts that needs to be signed. There's different inflation levels where we have to be. It is simply not a simple thing to explain, and I don't really want to get into it. If you do want to get into it, I'm sure there's already a fight going on in the comment section below. Before we continue on with our Euro episode, we would like to thank to our partner of our video, which is Surfshark VPN. I don't think we need to point out that we do have internet in the Czech Republic, but quite often we struggle with accessing content that is geo-restricted to other countries. And that's when VPN can step in, and you simply open up Surfshark VPN and it will give you an IP address that is located in a different state. In any state you pick from, the choices are almost endless. And thanks to that, you can access not only content, but maybe websites that would be blocked in your country that you live in. Surfshark VPN works across all the platforms, meaning you can use it on your cell phone, on your iPad, you can use it on your computer, and you got unlimited devices to use it on. And if you use our code or the link that is below the video, the code is HONESTGUIDE, you will get 3 months for free and 83% off. We both use it with Honza quite often. It is very, very useful, so we recommend you using it. And thanks once again to Surfshark for partnering with us. And now we're heading back to our Euro video. In the very beginning of the video, I said that we already use euro as a currency in sort of a way, and that is partially true. We are in Prague, which is a big tourist destination, and many businesses, not only here in Prague, but in other major cities in Czech Republic, and gas stations and chain restaurants, even little coffee places, will accept euro when you pay for something. The only trick part is that they will give you change, they will return you money in Czech crowns. And it's up to them how they decide what the exchange rate will be. There's no regulations on that, so they can give you 25 crowns for a euro, but also 23, even 20. It's simply up to them. This, by the way, sometimes create almost absurd situations. Let me give you a quick example. If you would take your 100 euros and would go to, for example, this exchange office, you would receive 1,800 crowns. But if you take your 100 euro bill and make a purchase in this supermarket, they would give you 2,400 crowns for it. So, for example, here we just did the math. You can buy a full case of beer and would still walk out with the same amount of money as you would get here, but you get the case of beer for free in a way, right? But since we're guides and we call ourselves honest, we should give you some honest tip on how to pay and how to move around our country. And the tip is to simply pay with card, because then you can avoid using the cash, you can avoid exchange offices, you can avoid that hassle, and you simply tap or insert your card in any business, and they will simply deduct the crowns from your account, and it does not really matter what currency you have in that account, because your bank will do the conversion for you. But there's a thing that you may face, a scenario where you pay with your card and the card terminal will ask you, do you want to pay in your home currency, whatever that is, or in the Czech crowns? Well, you always want to select Czech crowns because the exchange rate will be in better favor for you. I really wanted to do this explanatory video because quite often we meet travelers and tourists that are from outside Europe and they're very much confused with the fact that we here in the Czech Republic are one of the very few EU countries that does not use the euro. Now is the point where you can head down to the discussion. On the way down, you can give us a thumbs up, or if you want to subscribe, it will make us happy. And I will see you next week on another video created by Honza and Janek. We're the honest guides based here in Prague, Czech Republic, the country that does not use the euro. And in the end, I'm gonna teach you a Czech word. We always do that. And this time it will be how to say currency in the Czech language. In Czech, it's měna. Měna is a currency. Měna.